So I'll be showing you how to actually create a databricks notebook and import your Pyspark code and also deploy your code. So here you see different resource groups, and just by doing Azure Databricks and create, then you get your any kind of subscription you have used, your subscription name, and give any resource group name, like you can give any kind of resource book or create a new resource, for example this resource, and you can give any notebook. This workspace name is your notebook name, so you can give notebook name like JJPP, or any kind of code name like mastering SQL, like that, mastering Scala, and which region do you belong to, and what is your pricing tier, subscription. So like that you can select it here. So I'm running Spark, so like that, and you should create review plus create. After you click this, then your workspace will be, as your Databricks workspace will be created within like 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes, depending upon your speed. So I've created like that a similar workspace called as your Pyspark code, and I will launch my workspace now. Okay, finished. So I want to create a new notebook, and dismiss. Here every time whenever you run your code, you have to actually create a cluster, and to create a cluster it will take another 10 minutes, okay, maybe 5 minutes. So this is the most you should not select multi-node but single node, because I'm the single user, and I'll be only running one notebook, and I only need few worker nodes. So I was actually creating my cluster, so I've created the cluster, and you can show you how I transform my data and process my data. So this is my notebook, and all this importing it is called as Azure database file system. Where is my notebook? Imported thrice, yaar. You should delete your resources, because every time Azure actually it takes and you have to also connect to a cluster. It is very similar to the Anaconda on the Jupyter workspace, so the Azure workspace is also very similar. So I will say run all, and all my code will be run. So I have written a similar code on this and I've saved it onto the GitHub, because I'll be showing you today how to delete your resources as well. So this is a very big notebook, not as big as 1 or 21 pages like that, but it is maybe 2 or 3 pages Pyspark code. So I have written code to create a RDD, decided and distributed data frame, using Pyspark. And here you can see the syntax is completely different. It is similar to the pandas, and but here I'm using row, and you can see I'm explicitly also giving you some command failed, maybe the typecasting command. So I'm also not using a row, but there's another kind of way where you can create a data frame, and RDD, sorry. And here I'm creating a pandas data frame using the Spark library, and it is actually a dictionary, and I'm showing you different kinds of ways now to show, like, to see how you can display a code. And it is not like pandas where you use head command, but it is show here. And also I'm also seeing the print schema, where here you see that this is a different kind of way to show you the schema. And I'm viewing my data now, and in view data you can see we have show, select, head, and I have enabled the eager evaluation because I wanted to pre-deeply display my data frame. And what next? This is a similar show command, and these are my columns, and this is how I display my schema, and this is how I select my columns, and I show you the statistical summary. And collection means you have driver node and local node, so you take some of your data from the local node and you show it using the collect. And take is also similar. It takes one of the rows and randomly and shows you. And two pandas, I was missing pandas. Yes, I love pandas. So I'm actually showing you my data frame in the form of two pandas, like a pandas data frame. And selecting and accessing data, मेरे को तो बस पकड़नी है, इसलिए I'm actually doing it fast. But you can actually check out my complete notebook and run it on the Google Colab or Azure Workspace or Kaggle Notebook or AWS SageMaker. Go as you like. Okay, and selecting and accessing data, you can see I'm selecting A. Then again I'm checking if any of the df.c is same, then df.c if there are any null values. So you can do multiple checks here just by doing is equal to, and the condition is true that they are upper, there are no null values, and the column names and the column values are same. So suppose if I want to show you df.c, then this is how df.c looks like, and just by using select you can check out those values. And okay, assign new column instance. That means basically you have to read from inside and go to the outside. Okay, that's how Pyspark works like. So upper C, I'm actually renaming the column name, and I want to display the lower values as upper values, that is alphabetically higher case. So string 1 it gets displayed, and what else?